Hello, I'm Gavin Bates, Community and Communications Manager at Workplace Law, with your weekly news update. Here is a quick lowdown on the latest news, cases and regulatory changes in health and safety, human resources and the environment. The government has this week announced two major changes that will affect employment tribunals. In his Conservative Party conference speech, George Osborne confirmed that for the first time ever, a fee for employees taking a case to tribunal will be introduced, with litigants only getting the fee back if they win. In addition, the qualification period for the right to claim unfair dismissal is set to be extended from 1 to 2 years. This will come into force on the 1st of April 2012. Jane Bond, Head of HR at Workplace Law, explains the implications of these two changes.
I think it will mean that people will wonder if they're only in short-term jobs, although it's been portrayed as long-term. I imagine employers are going to hope that it will reduce the risk of the money they spend out when people make a claim. Whether that's positive or not, and whether that means that people are going to ignore best practice in the first 2 years, that may be an issue. On the other hand, if it does enable small businesses to be less worried about claims against them, then that's a good thing. You know, in a lot of cases, it's going to mean that people who really should take claims are going to get barred from doing it because they haven't got the money to put down. I just do think it's a backward step. I think it's a shame. I think people had almost expected that we might go more towards the 6 months at some point and back to that rather than back to 2 years. And I'm just a bit concerned that it's not going to achieve what the government thinks it's going to achieve.
This week, a large retail business has been ordered to pay almost £200,000 in fines and costs for illegally dumping and burning waste at two of its out-of-town shopping complexes. In other news, the Chancellor of the Exchequer has hinted that the government may scale down the UK's carbon reduction commitments. Speaking at the Conservative Party conference this week, George Osborne raised concerns about the impact of environmental regulations on commerce, saying, "We're not going to save the planet by putting our country out of business." Stress is, for the first time, the #1 cause of long-term sickness absence. According to research published by the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development with Simply Health this week, there is also a link between job security and mental health problems. However, Prime Minister David Cameron has again criticised health and safety, saying the shadow of health and safety is one of the biggest things holding people back. Finally, the 1st of October 2011 was a common commencement date for new legislation in the UK. In a special briefing from Workplace Law, we look at the key employment laws that have now come into force.